now that you brought that up, well, let's talk about that. Explain what that is, because I actually had the chills reading your book when you were talking about how AI will have consciousness. So talk to us a little bit about that.
That started for me back in 2014, Daria, and I had a
Wow.
lunch with someone named Martine Rothblatt. Have you ever heard that name before?
No, I have not.
Okay, well, Martine is an FCC attorney back in the 80s, wrote a thesis on creating something called satellite radio in 1984. She always had a fascination with the rockets and space, and then also technology, and she was a lawyer. And she thought because of the technology that was coming, that she would be able to put a satellite up in space that could direct directly to the top of a small antenna on your car, and her company became Sirius Radio. And
Wow.
that was 40 plus years ago. So, 40 years ago, I was in broadcasting. I thought technology was CDs. In the late 80s, I thought technology was using a tape recorder to slice and cut it and make an edit. I thought that was technology back then. That's what I was doing. I had no idea that someone like Martine Rothblatt was thinking about putting a satellite up in space. In the 90s, she put satellites up in space way before Elon Musk for internet. She did that in 97. As an attorney, she wrote legislation that was passed for the UN General Assembly. And then she gets into this futurist thing. And well, I guess I should back up a little bit more on her story because I think it's important to understand how right she has been on things in seeing into the future and what may happen because she's been pretty good. One of her daughters was born with a lung disease, so she goes to England, learns how to, do medicine, comes back to America and creates United Therapeutics, which is a pharmaceutical company that creates drugs and now artificial lungs to help people like her daughter. So she did that. Now
Incredible.
she's the highest paid female executive in the country and making $40 million a year through United Therapeutics after creating Sirius and merged with XM, and it became a $13 billion company. I'm sorry. So I say all that to set up the fact that Martine Rothblatt has been right a lot about a lot of things. In 2010, she created a robot, had it commissioned to be built. Its name is Bena 48, and Martine and her wife went on Howard Stern years ago with Bena 48. Bena 48 ended up going to college. People were marveled by it. Bena 48 went to South by Southwest, and people were just, incredibly impressed with this robot and the things that it could do and talk. And really, what Martine Rothblatt did was something called Mind Files. So anyway, we're going through this lunch, and we're about 2 hours. It's just the two of us sitting in the boardroom at United Therapeutics, having a nice lunch. I write about it in chapter 6. It used to be chapter 1, but I want to take you through the book after I get
Sure.
finished telling the story because I felt it was important to put it where it is to lead to artificial general intelligence, which is the question you asked me about. So what she said to me at the end of the conversation is, look, there are people right now writing code that will have robots have every emotion you have. They will love, they will hurt, they will
Wow.
feel. And when they do, they are going to need rights. And if they don't have rights, they're going to be nothing more than a slave class, just like the black people were here in America. So, as I said, it was the last thing that we talked about. And as I'm going out to the car, I'm thinking, well, that's a little bit crazy. And people
Yeah.
watching this now, you may feel the same way. That's a little bit crazy. And that was 11 years ago. So now fast forward to 2 or 3 years
Yeah.
ago, and everything is talking, it's everywhere. Every time you turn on a newscast, someone's talking about artificial intelligence. The commercials in between the newscast, it's about artificial intelligence. You can't run away from it. It's everywhere. And what
Yeah.
I found out was doing research for the book is it's been around and doing a lot for us for a very long time.